And as you can see, we are back in Constantinople, which is a major part of, or becomes a major part of the storyline, but we are books. So as you can see right up here, we have literally off to one side, wherever it's gone. We have it down here somewhere, where is it? Bomb crafting table, that's what I'm trying to think of. So, we are just going to literally shoot down here, check these out before we obviously go any further, so we can see exactly where our recruits are. Brand new missions. We have Stop the Templar, which is a level 5 mission, so we are just going to very quickly look at throwing a couple of agents into this, and as well as assassinate an advocate, which is a level 6 mission. As you can see, quite a few going on this, just to make sure that obviously it's all done and dealt with completely and correctly. And this is actually going to probably be the last time we're going to be sending this many agents over to one location, because by the time we complete these, this should hopefully drop us back down to having, just like we do here, several different agents. But as you can see, this is still under assignment to specific agents, even though we did have quite a few come back, as you saw as we were handing them out. And that is purely down to the fact that some missions just take a little bit longer than normal. So if you remember yesterday, we said we have Lisbon, we have Madrid, we also have, if I can see it, where is it, Marseille, and we also have Genoa, in the top of Italy. As you can see, quite a few are shooting across, but the next one that we are going to be looking at as we start to spread around the Mediterranean, we can either go for distance and travel all the way to Athens, or we can actually start working down Bursa. Oh, there. No, it's not Bursa, it's Algiers. That's the one that we're after. Or we can actually start trying to encroach with this particular mission, Steal a Kiss, which will reduce the Templar control by 5%. So that we are going to just quickly send an agent to as we begin our assault on the Algiers. So, just turning back to the main menu, as you guys can see, we have, as you would have seen in the last video, also used some of our bombs, a couple of the thunder bombs, and we've done another one just before obviously the video started. So as you can see, diversion bomb, we have ourselves a little cherry bomb just here. Tactical, we have the caltrops, and obviously the lethal, we have the thunder bomb, which allows us to remove the wood from the wells and give us additional hiding spots. If you'll also remember, yesterday we did also look
a bit old to carry on like that, no?
At obviously upgrading our armor and stuff, but there wasn't enough funds, if you remember, for us to be able to do so. So as you can see, with the Sophia mission, we do actually need to shoot back across the water. If you just jump into the mini-map, you guys will be able to see that that is actually up here at our main headquarters. So we are going to need to shoot back. Obviously, just to get down, it's just going to be easier if we do it this way.
He's got the plan.
Why would... Now I've got to find a merchant. It's just easier this way. So, as you can see, the merchants and ferries aren't that far away from where we are. So,
Hey,
just going
what are you doing?
make a run from the guards.
More
Is there a reason? You won't get away!
And we have a couple of Templars
Head
out.
on a run!
So you guys are probably going to wonder why I'm shooting back.
Do the world to innocent bystanders! How many words to do?
Which way did he go?
So normally these guys fight themselves, not with me. So I am just literally going to get myself out of the way.
There! Put him down!
As these Janissaries, which are the Byzantines and the Templars,
Stop now! I offer you a clean death!
which are the Byzantines, and the Janissary Corps, which are the Sultan's warriors. They will normally fight between themselves. As you can see, that's pretty much what they're doing. So while they are doing that, I am pretty much just going to literally disappear and hopefully make it to the wood. Oh, I didn't get that far away.
Another one for the mortuary.
No, I'm still alive and kicking, thank you.
Do the world to innocent bystanders! How many words to you?
Well, quite the athlete that.
Here we go. It is going to be a very short run. I do apologise, I have only literally been up about half an hour. So, and it is extremely warm in here today. It looks like we're going back through another hot spell of weather after all the rain and everything and cold weathers that we've had. So, as you can see, we have managed to get back to the Glasgow district. Well, I just sort myself out. So, now we have a run. And as you can see, some of those missions that we sent our recruits on already are already coming back as being completed. So as you can see, we do have the underground system, as obviously each area becomes unlocked. As you can see, different areas become available. Wow! Now it's all about finding that is the one we wanted, that one. The one that we want to get us where we need to go. So this is the underground network, just like we had in Assassin's Creed 2 and Revelations. Completely forgot what I was going to say then. And as you can see, we are now inside the hideout, just like we would in Tibia Island, and just like we would in Roma. And so we now have 2 keys where we only had 1 earlier. And as you can see, we now enter the next phase with the 3rd key. Now if you remember the last time we saw this sequence, we ended up with Altair, Ibn La'ahad, just after he killed Amwalan, and Abbas had taken the Apple of Eden and tried to control certain people. So, a new regime, 1228.
The Templars have retaken their archive on
26.
Cyprus. Abbas sent no reinforcements. It was a massacre.
Oh my god.
Maria, when we left Masyaf 10 years ago, this order was strong. But all that progress has been undone.
Abbas must answer for this.
Answer to whom? The assassins obey only his command now.
Resist your desire for revenge, Altair. Speak truth, and they will see their error.
He executed our youngest son, Maria. He deserves to die.
Perhaps. But if you cannot win back the Order by honorable means, its foundation will crumble.
You are right. 30 years ago, I let passion overtake my reason. And it caused a rift that has never fully healed.
So you can see 30 years on. So we need to walk
Speak
with Maria.
reasonably, and reasonable
meeting with
men will
Abbas.
listen.
Some will, but not Abbas. I should have expelled him 30 years ago when he tried to steal the apple.
But you earn the respect of the other assassins because you let him stay.
How do you know this? You were not there.
I married a masterful storyteller.
Look at this place. Masyaf is a shadow of its former self.
We have been away for a long time.
But not in hiding. The Mongol threat demanded our attention and we rode to meet it. What man here can say the same?
Where is our eldest son? Does Darim know his brother is dead?
I sent him a message 4 days ago. With luck, it has reached him already. Abbas, I almost pity him. He wears his grudge like a cloak.
His wound is deep. It will help him to hear the truth.
As I walk these streets, I sense a great fear in the people. Not love.
Abbas has dismantled this place and robbed it of all joy.
We may be walking to our doom, Maria.
We may, but we walk together.
Now, Altair has the option of jogging, as you guys can see.
Let them speak.
We seek the truth about our son's death.
We will act on it.
Surrender the apple, Altair, and I will tell you why your son was put to death.
Ah, the truth is out already. Abbas wants the apple for himself, not to open your minds, but to control them.
You have held that artifact for 30 years, Altair, reveling in its power and hoarding its secrets. It has corrupted you.
Very well, Abbas. Take it.
What?
Before I executed your son, I told him you ordered it yourself. He died, believing you had betrayed him.
Altair! Altair! No!
In trying to stop Altair
Strength.
from committing murder.
Altair.
Maria.
He is possessed! Kill him! Take the apple, now! You will not get away! Sooner or later, you'll hit a dead end!
So as you can see, we now have our sprint function.
The entire watch!
And as you can see, we can't actually get out here. So, timing option is now enabled as we enter and actually make our way out into the main courtyard. As we make our way through, you can see the little green dot indicating exactly how far we have to go. obviously definitely not hanging about. Making our way literally all the way down.
Father, I got your message.
And as we do,
what has happened?
They're in! Turn back!
Have they all gone mad?
We have to go. Abbas must not get his hands on the apple.
If you need more knives, take them. Above you!
So as you can see, counter assassins throwing knives.
Come. Where is Mother?
She is gone, Darim. I'm sorry.
Ahead of us! What? How?
Later. First, we fight.
That's 2 down. Need to reduce the distance.
Brother, we need not fight!
Forget reason, Darim. They've been poisoned by lies.
And as you can see, that new throwing system that was taken up by Altair.
We must leave at once!
And also taken up by
Hurry!
Ezio, our story. And catching that pad again. It's getting so annoying.
Try to steal it! Towards the patrol!
Oh man. That is getting so annoying.
Try to get him bring him down!
No, I don't want to die.
Watch out!
Where our son is. He is a jumping platform. Oh my lord! I don't think I've hit that this many times before.
No! We cannot let them catch us!
So you can see, reduce the distance.
There, kill him!
Was it
Between
Abbas
trying
who
to
killed
actually,
my brother?
He killed your brother, Malik, and countless others.
He is a madman.
A madman with an army.
He will...
Oh my lord. I think that now's got to a point.
Die.
A little bit too.
One day he will pay.
Give me your sword. Look at that. See, we continue to make our way down all the way into what looks like finally. As you see, finally making our way
Stand
all
up!
the way down.
I don't know what's going on! Diavolo, just leave me in peace, please!
Run! Keep my head down and run!
Where is my sword? One, two, three, four. One. Well, it looks like the game's actually glitched on this side. Ouch. That's the point of starting here.
We'll get him!
Ouch.
time to go!
Now we need to leave Masyaf through the front gate.
Was it Abbas who killed my brother?
I will have the apple, Altair, and I will have your head for all the dishonor you brought upon my family.
Abbas.
You cannot run forever! Not from us! And not from your lies!
Maria. My love.
Said it yesterday, I'll say again today. Coffee, the finest organic suspension ever created. But as you can see, Altair, after everything we went through in Assassin's Creed, killing Al-Mualim, Abbas basically taking the order for himself, trying to take the apple. But obviously when the apple went unstable, as you saw in yesterday's video with the second part of this quest, we had to take over. We left
Through
for
anger and betrayal,
taking the Mongols.
Altair lost those closest to him. And yet he carried on. I have never felt pain so severe. Perhaps because my heart is too hard to risk the joys of real love.
And as you can see, 3 now of the 5 Masyaf Keys. So as I said, we are going to be looking at trying to obviously do a few more. If I can remember where I'm going. This way. And for that, we need to try and find some more. So, Sophia, we need you to help us out with this one, if you don't mind. So as we make our way out to the street, you can see we only have one memory icon at the moment. And that I will show you guys why. So as we move around, as you can see, obviously we have our stores. We have the Ishak Pasha's memoir pages that are now coming up. But out of every other icon that is here, the only main one we actually have is this, which is where we have a main memory start. The only reason for that at this current moment in time is because we actually are not far enough through the main storyline itself. So we actually have to shoot all the way back to the other side of the city. Where's that blacksmith? There he is. So we have 20,798 AK. We've actually waited a little while to actually upgrade our armor. So we are going to firstly repair it, because it just makes sense to have all armor repaired. And as you can see, we have the Mamluk metal braces and greaves. About 3,500 to 4,000 AK each. So we are just going to grab one of those. As you can see, we also have the Syrian Saber. This comes in at 10,166 AK. So it's going to leave us about 3,000-ish AK left. But it will make sure that we have all of the current weapons, or main weapons. With regards to this, I mean, the weapon that we have at the moment, where is it? Is this one here, the Florentine Falchion. As you can see, it's 1 on damage, 3 on speed, and 5 on deflection, which is really pretty good. Really pretty good. That's probably an understatement of the year, though, right there. As you can see, the Syrian Saber has +1 on damage and speed, but it's -2 on deflection, which means it's not very good at deflecting blows. So we are just going to grab this so we can actually make sure that we've got everything selected, but we are just going to shoot back to the Florentine Falchion. Small weapons, as you can see, we have the Butcher's Knife. It's a little bit out of our price range, 4,888 AK, and as I said, we are literally just over the 3,000 AK point, but not enough to be able
Hope to see you again.
to actually hold that weapon. Now, we do have a bank up here, and obviously I am just going to shoot because I just want to bring you guys up to date with how Constantinia itself is looking with regards to the Assassin Brotherhood. As you can see, we can't withdraw any money at the moment, but the summary is Galata Den, we are having money come in from actually most of our dens. The Imperial North Den, the Bayezid North Den, Constantine North Den, Constantine South Den, the Bayezid South Den, the Imperial South Den, and obviously other means. Shops wise, as you can see, we are 14 for 14, 15 for 15 on everything except the tailor. The tailor does have one that hasn't actually been bought and renovated yet, but I think that's mainly due to the fact that we haven't actually got far enough through the main storyline missions to be able to complete that. Renovations wise, we have 2 mercenary buildings, 1 thief's building, and no Romany buildings, which means we get no income from that. Obviously that is something that we are going to need to look into. And as for the landmarks, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of this long list. We have the Fatia Mosque, Forum of the Ox, Valens Aqueduct, the Galata Tower, and the Hagia Sophia, which obviously when our money does start to increase, we will also be looking at. So obviously before we get bamboozled by beggars and people that want to do us a major amounts of harm, we are just literally gonna disappear and make our way over, as you can see, to this main storyline mission.
Only with your help can the menace be truly eliminated. Sultan Bayezid wishes you good people to remain calm.
Even though that was a little bit of a fault, it actually ended up pretty good because we managed to play pretty clear of almost everyone.
I am behind schedule.
You are a Black Market bomb maker, but you are a ferryman, and you are the person we want. So we are now going to travel back over to, and as you can see, a lot of to and fro between the Galata and Imperial districts. So, shooting back to the Imperial district, we then have, I would say a jog, but it's more going to be a sprint, depending on exactly just how far we actually have to go. We need to move very, very quickly.
Lows like a cat.
So as you can see, we do have also coming back up on our screen 2 assassin sigils, which means we can call anywhere up to 4 recruits. If we actually need them. But as you can see, we also have here an assassin's den. As we make our way
What a fantastic spectacle.
all the way through and all the way down.
You are welcome.
So as you can see, we are finally here.
It will not happen again, Effendi. I swear.
And this here is where we begin.
You see this rack? Incredible quality. Your feet will love you more than your wife does.
I am not married.
Ah, you are better off. Come, feel it.
You have sold well today.
I have not sold a thing. The Janissaries confiscated most of my rugs just because they were imported.
Do you know Tariq Barletti, their captain?
He's around here somewhere, an arrogant man, but... You insult me, sir. I cannot take less than 200 aksha for this. My final offer.
When I find him, I will ask about the rugs.
You drive a hard bargain, Yabanche. Shall we compromise? At 180? 180 aksha. We part as friends.
Ezio and Suleiman suspect that the Janissary captain Tariq Barlete is involved with the Templars. Find and tail him to learn more. Distract 2 guards with bombs. So, not too difficult to earn that 100%, but also not too easy. We do have to be careful with this one. So we are just going to very quickly switch out our crossbow at the moment for the cherry bombs. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be a little bit smarter. We'll stick you in there. The poison darts we're not going to need at this moment, so we will take you over our poison darts, which gives us both our hands as well free. So, dismantle bomb. Taking cherry bomb will dismantle your current diversion bombs, well, we have cherry bombs anyway, and return the components to your inventory. So, by taking these cherry bombs, which has replaced our cherry bombs, the items that we use to make them have been returned to our inventory, which is full. Which means it's been of no help whatsoever. So, as you can see, we are currently looking.
There he is.
Aha. So this is Tariq Barlete, leader of the Janissary Corps. And as you can see, by entering, we are able to remain hidden.
I chanced upon him lecturing.
At least we can keep an eye on him. Going to need to try and siphon off before he can obviously see us. That was so close.
Peace has never been the product of imposition, but rather of an ongoing exchange. I believe that compromise is not evil, and that bridges built of respect have value for all men.
So
of all Mehmet's accomplishments, I'm beginning to think this bazaar was the finest.
You have no business here, you do not belong. Lead the way! No loitering!
My respects to the glorious Janissaries!
Do you think you have no business here, you do not belong.
I hope God wills it to be so.
It is nice to see life returning to normal in the area. Things were becoming extremely difficult. Now, it seems we are rediscovering the vibrant glory of the old.
Amatandru, I should leave!
So as you can see, we haven't just managed to complete this particular quest, we've also been able to complete another. So this time we are going to throw out
Your eyes are in demand once more, no?
Caltrop bomb.
Business recovering well after the Stewart troubles, I take it? Don't be coy. I saw the queue in front of your door last Friday, and noticed you've been happily out of stock for 3 days.
As you can see, this guy as well has been a bit of a pain in the neck. But we are just going to get rid of him. Because at the end of the day, we don't need someone trying to blow our own cover. So, if and when in doubt, going up can always be beneficial.
This is an important meeting. Make sure I am not being followed.
Hunt, stay right there. I know that
Oh,
man.
yo.
Is there a reason for this route?
So desynchronization detected. I'm going to keep running anyway, just for the, and there we go. There's the open window. That's initially what we were looking for. Wow, it's so warm in here. And believe it or not, I can't actually get a breeze through. Even, oops, I do apologise if I've literally just deafened you. Literally just caught
Lead the way.
the headset as I was, so, two of the girls are dealt with, dealing with Janissaries. So as you can see,
And on my
Daddy.
3 days, I would buy 2 at a time, sometimes 3. It is a shame that nothing good ever passes on. Perhaps
so we
your
now need to
business
begin
will
again.
do better.
Salamun alaikum, Grand Protector.
Keep my head down and run.
So 20 seconds. We actually have, apart from someone trying to stab us from behind, Tarek and our girls now disappearing. But a very easy pickup. You're supposed to walk the way I want you to walk, not make me walk the way you want me to walk.
All hail the Janissary.
So I'm trying to guess which way he's going. So as you can see, after talking, see two of the girls here, unfortunately not providing sufficient amount of protection. Definitely hoping that they're going to keep me covered until obviously we can find another set of girls.
You there! I will be back tomorrow. If you have not disposed of all this foreign-made garbage, I will confiscate it myself and throw it into the Bosphorus. Lead the way!
You don't like it? You better have the mettle to challenge these fists hiding behind the hood, huh?
Keep my head down and I'm not part of this.
Make for the boss! Make for the boss!
So as you can see, apart from obviously losing sight of Tarek, he managed to get enough distance on us. mainly because I didn't pick up that we actually had.
You there. I will be back tomorrow.
See?
You have not disposed of all this foreign-made
Here
garbage.
is another
I will
one.
confiscate it myself and throw it into the Bosphorus. Lead the way!
Detected. Just because we were actually going to try to take his money. So 2 failures in the space of seconds, really. It's just one of those things with the game. You just can't chance it. So as you can see, back
You there.
again.
I will be back tomorrow. If you have not disposed of all this foreign-made garbage, I will confiscate it myself and throw it into the Bosphorus. Lead the way!
Now I am behind a cart, but how? 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 I am behind a huge cart of hay. How did you detect me?
You there. I will be back tomorrow. If you have not disposed of all this foreign-made garbage, I will confiscate it myself and throw it into the Bosphorus. Lead the way!
So that is both of these guys taken care of. Now I have to reduce the distance to the target, which means I don't even get to take his money. But as you can see, significant reduction thanks to the parachute in distance. So we are just going to switch over to crossbow. It is a little bit noisier, but while we're on the roof, it definitely makes things easier because it gives us that distance that we need. Especially while we wait for our assassin recruits to recharge their sigils and give us back our arrow storm. So don't lose sight of the target. As you can see, he's definitely taking his time. I mean, it would be nice if we can actually kneel or crawl.
What news?
Manuel has agreed to meet you, Tarek. He's waiting by the arsenal gate.
An eager old weasel, isn't he? Come.
And that little ting in the background is our assassin sigils. So, 100% synchronization, distract 2 guards with bombs completed. Unfortunately, we were up there.
He must be completely...
And I can probably guarantee that... No, Ezio, that's the wrong way. As I was saying, I can probably guarantee that that young gentleman that decided he wanted to... You can't get up there anyway. Decided that he wanted to try and kill us isn't going to be up there anymore anyway. That's really not helpful. Get up there. No, it wasn't that one, was it? Right. It always helps if you're trying to figure something out to get a good viewpoint on it. So we came through there, which means we've run all the way down here. Nah, I ain't got a clue where he is. But as you can see, we do also have a little chest here. I can actually hear something tingling as well. There we go. Not even looking for it. And yet another animus fragment. So we've got an animus fragment. No, where is it? There is somewhere around here, a chest. Because I can see it on my minimap.
Not the bashful type, is he?
No, not bashful type.
It seems we are
Here we go.
It should be
here somewhere. So, 471 Akka and some sulfur, which is cool. But we also have another Ishak Pasha's memoir page, which by the looks of it is just up here. So, even though we did lose that Canale that tried to get us, now we've got to go around. As you guys can see, we are kind of trying to make up for it by trying to get up here as quickly as possible, which is really not that easy. Come on, you're supposed to leap and hook up. Okay, so Ezio seems to be having a I really can't be bothered moment. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to be down this low. There we go. And 6 out of the 10 memoir pages collected. Now we actually have to go that way. Now it's always handy when you are somewhere high like this, just to get a quick scout, see if there is anything that you can literally drop yourself onto. Unfortunately, it looks like we've actually had pretty much most of it, apart from obviously a few of the treasure chests. Shrapnel pool, immigrants required, and we've also had a banking revenue deposit. So, even though we are extremely high, we are going to parachute down because we actually have to go this way anyway. So, instead of leaping and running all the way down, bypass the tree and or two.
Foolish. He hurt himself.
I definitely heard something. I'm not quite sure what it was. That's the thing, when you get used to playing this game, especially with or without a headset on, you will find that you'll hear and start seeing two different things. Exo up, thank you. And another animus item. And that's gonna hurt because we are out of parachutes. Which means we need to find a tailor. Ouch. I think it's the best way of putting that one. So, trying to get across the city, as you can see, is a bit of an annoyance. Spawn point isn't too bad. He has spawned us back right next to a pigeon coop, so we can definitely have a little look on our recruits and see how that's going. As you can see, Algiers and Lisbon are also showing new missions: frame an enemy spy, provide water, assassinate a politician, assault a historian. So we are just literally going to throw a few assassins into there we go. Into Lisbon. Not too worried about doing the rest. I'm more interested at this moment in trying to get assassins into Algiers so we can start to take control. Well, not take control, but start to look at trying to reclaim the actual city itself. But we are left with 4 assassins, so we are going to send them out on this mission. We're not going to reclaim the city as of yet, because while the city remains under Templar hands, which isn't where I do want to leave it. But while it's under their control, it's being governed properly according to them. Granted, things aren't going to be the way that we would do them. So impact shell, British gunpowder. When ignited, salted petrol creates a light smoke that serves as an excellent decoy. Sulfur creates an explosive sound as a sound decoy. British gunpowder is really hard to come by. So we are just going to use the Indian gunpowder because, oops, he says, because it is just easy. It's not just easier, but it's more cost effective. So that is our bombs restacked. Obviously we need to make it, and I am aware we've been playing an hour, or coming up an hour already. So they say time flies when you're having fun. And it flies even faster if you throw your watch out window. So as you can see, we have another... See, do you behave yourself with that crossbow? We have another well which needs to be uncovered. Thunder bomb, and that is now 10 of 31. Scaring the living daylights out of some people. But we are just literally going to make our way back to the top here, and oh wow, these animus icons are everywhere today. Now we have to be a little bit on the smarter side. Having continually use items like the crossbow, the hidden blade, stuff like that on your D-pad wheel, as you can see, is extremely handy. It allows you to switch around quite easily and quite quickly. Oh, and as you can see, we
verify the amount that. The money stays with me until I have seen the cargo for myself, and the said its quality.
Understood. You are a shrewd man, Manuel.
Trust without cynicism is hollow.
The count is good, Tarek. It's all here.
So, what now?
You will have access to the arsenal. When you are satisfied, the cargo will be delivered to a location of your choosing.
Are your men prepared to travel?
Not a problem.
Olikala, I will have a map drawn up for you within the week.
Are we here for the same reason?
One of my men claims he saw a shipment of weapons enter the arsenal, so I got curious.
Weapons? I would like to see them for myself.
Short of killing everyone, I'm not sure how you will get inside.
You have been warned twice. No merchants near the arsenal wall. Take this away.
Hypocrites! If your men did not buy my produce, I would not sell it here! You are worse than the Byzantines, you traitor!
Ah! Hold your tongue, parasite!
Even in times of peace, the poor are always under siege.
If we inspire them to vent their anger, perhaps that will help our cause.
So, as you guys can now see, the Arsenale gates. Tarek has sent a man named Manuel into the Arsenale. Incites a riot to distract the guards and gain access. Make sure 40 or more rioters survive. Which means we have to take out pretty much all of...
Feigning solidarity to push your own agenda. What a gentleman. No?
So
It is
warning,
not pretty,
direct
I know,
conflict with the Genetics
but it will
to scare
work.
off the crowd. So,
Note to all booksellers. A reminder that any involvement with nefarious stewards of Byzantium is a criminal offense. It is your duty to report all contact to the official watch immediately.
so how do we start this?
In light of recent unrest throughout the city, Prince Ahmed will shortly be overseeing a review of city guard procedures.
And that all his edicts are to be obeyed to the letter in his absence.
The Janissaries are corrupted, good people of Constantinia. They have
one.
surrendered their loyalties to the devil, and to injury,
even if there are fewer militia to enforce it.
That is 2.
Men
And
and
notice there are
women
now
of the
more
city,
guards.
hear me now. You have broken no laws.
Number of writers, the writers are now increasing.
None of this concerns you.
We've already got half of them already. Even before we've
We will
got
not
the
stand for
third.
this! Of Istanbul! The Janissaries collude against you!
We didn't even manage to get halfway there before, as you can see, we've managed to complete the next step.
That gate will not stay closed for long.
The people are doing you a favor, Ezio. Return it, and keep them safe from harm.
Right.
You shame basic with your wickedness! You shame our Sultan!
We have called in a couple of recruits to make things a little bit easier. So the guards have now started to come out, and as you can see, there are now more people.
Leave this place!
We actually have 58 rioters. We have more of the guards coming in.
Leave this place!
Don't hit me, you elephant.
Leave us be!
Leave this place!
We will not stand for this!
Move them back! Get down, you bastard! Down the alert! Push through!
Go! Go!
Forward! Get!
So, that section, I think it was about 52. Right, the rioters destroyed the Arsenale gates, discover the purpose of Manuel's visit, perform an air assassination from a zipline. So, follow Manuel's trail. Optional objective completed, make sure 40 or more guards survive. So we are going to switch over. as you can see, switching over, taking out a few of these guys. And hitting the wrong button yet again, which actually takes us just over an hour. But as you can see, these guys are quite protected with regards to their weapons. So things like the crossbow, what it's going to do really is just annoy them. 3 crossbow bolts is enough to take them out, as you guys can see.
I've heard love makes men do strange things.
See, it looks like we've got our own little personal bodyguard as well. But I'm actually going to start and move over to our hidden gun, a weapon we've not used for a while. So as you can see, it is a little bit on the loud side, but it definitely helps when taken over. So as you can see, this memory is currently not available as of yet. So I do kind of think that it's pushing us in another direction, because that actually heads out towards the water. Four shots for that guy. Leaving us with 1 shot. And as you can see, we actually have an arrow storm full and ready, which is going to be extremely handy in a moment. And not just for the fact that we're going to need it, because we are.
Or rather,
I see him! Go!
Now we can use the arrow storm or 3 individual button presses, and as you can see, we are literally about to be swarmed with assassin recruits. So we can actually use those here, because as you guys can see, a swarm of assassin recruits actually makes things a little bit easier to get around. Now, as you can see, there is just 4. We actually get caught out. Let's take these guys out. As you can see, fantastic range with this crossbow. Unfortunately, it's not as good as what it could have been, but nonetheless, it is still pretty damn good. And as you can see, this is the guy that we are actually after, and he actually walks off down here. So with that in mind, we are just going to literally come down. First loot I'm actually going to do in this little area, hopefully it's going to give us something good. It's going to give us a couple of more bullets. And there he is. Manuel Palaloyo.
20 years in the city living like a cipher. Finally, everything is falling into place.
When the Paleologos line is restored, Manuel, do not forget who helped you bring it back.
Of course not, my friend. I would not dream of betraying a man of your influence. But you must be patient. Nova Roma wasn't built in a day. I'm satisfied. Take me to my ship. If a single one is damaged, the money stays with me.
Merda.
You will not get off so easily. Now,
do you want to bet?
Where did he? I can't.
How long can you keep running, eh?
Aha! Get him!
Where? Did you see where he went?
Yeah. I went this way. Now for them to obviously catch up, it's going to take a second or two. But I'm hoping that a second or two is going to be enough for me to actually, well, not run off over there. Let's obviously keep going.
Get it!
Those quick feet will be the first of many things you lose.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Throw you down.
Oh, that's okay, because I'm kind of going down this way.
Now, go!
So we are now down to the waterfront. And it seems like it, so it's more interesting than going for a bath than it is actually getting away. So, here we have the main Arsenale gate. But as you can see, we actually have some distance on all of those guards that are chasing us. As things get a little bit louder due to the water wheels. And as you can see, the exit, full synchronization failed, form an air assassination from the zip line. We didn't actually see a zip line. Or if you guys did, I didn't, so. As you can see, it's not an easy one to actually get 100% on. But as you guys can also see, it is the end of this particular sequence. Which brings us into the next part. So. Bomb men use thunder bombs. Bomb, 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 bomb. And I'm full of useless stuff. Sequence 6, Fortune's Disfavor. And as you can see, new items are now unlocked at the blacksmith shop, as well as the tailor shop, as well as the bookstore as well. And as you can see, we have, apart from another mission, we also have a Sophia mission that has now come up, because we have now progressed far enough through to be able to do so. So, first things first, we are by the bazaar, I think, or not. No, we are not by the bazaar, but we are near, as you can see, a bookshop.
Truly, I am blessed.
So, starting off with our little bit of money. Oh, we actually have 17,951. Actually have more than what I thought we did. Having a quick look, is there anything at the bookstore? No, there isn't. We have everything.
No matter.
We need.
Have a good day, Kyrios.
Okay.
If only Aunt Hulda could see this.
Really? So as you can see, ingredients earned, revenue deposit 58,100 in the bank vault. Where are we? Tailors. So let's have a look. Pouches. We have a large parachute pouch, which is definitely going to be needed, considering how often we are running out of them now. Large knife belt upgrade. We can carry an additional 5 throwing knives, which is always more than handy. I'm not worried too much about dino clothes, but obviously filling up our pouch for parachutes. 15 of 15 now held.
Wise purchase. Good day for you.
No, don't want the crossbow. Out the way, woman.
Too much excitement for me.
Duccio! By the looks of it. How nice to see you again. And while he has a little bit too much to drink, we're going to make sure our little stash of lamb's blood is full. One Ake, he is absolutely strong. But as you can see, we also have, as we make our way through, sorry, excuse me, the bank, which is quite aptly where we actually need it right now, about now. So, we're going to grab that load of money. Thank you, offender. Knock the guy over with it. And somehow, I have no idea how, Petruccio's actually alive again.
I also make a wide selection of armors from
Well, I'm hoping you do, sir. Because A, you need to repair the armor we currently have on, and B, you need to sell us more armor. So as you can see, we upgraded a little while ago, actually at pretty much the start of this video, to the Mamluk metal bracers and the Mamluk metal greaves, as you can see on the forearms there and also on the shins. But we also have now the metal spalders that go across the shoulders, as well as the chest plate, which is, as I do this, going to increase the amount of damage that obviously that Ezio can actually take. Let's have a look. Ooh, the Sicilian rapier. I do like that sword. But as you can see, these weapons are extremely expensive. 11,339, 20,176 axe, and the Condottieri axe at 19,941 axe. So you're looking 20, 40, 51, give or take. We will be able to get all three, but it is literally going to leave us busted. So I am going to grab, for the time being, the Sicilian rapier, because it does, as you guys can see, if I go back to the Florentine Falchion, give a +2 on damage and speed, but it also has the same amount of deflection of 5. We're going to leave those little those weapons for the time being, because obviously we need to make sure that we've got everything else. So we're going to take the butcher's knife, the Bayezid knife. I'm not quite sure which one's the best. We'll start off with the Kurdish Jambaya, which is 122. This is 13. This is 2 for 1. Butcher's knife is plus on everything. Well, the Baiz's knife is absolutely... Baiz's knife is actually the best one. So we're going to equip that. Ammunition wise, definitely going to need to look at not just upgrading, but refilling everything. Which leaves us with 7,448 Ache. As you can see, the new weapons have been added.
What are you doing?
Is me? Nothing.
Ah, you are the slave here at school.
I want no part of this!
Aman, do not kill me, please!
Carlson! Carlson! Please,
get away! Double back!
That's 2 of those I've killed now. I'm kind of intrigued to see if he's actually going to come back. So, while we play a little bit of a waiting game to see what's actually going to happen with this guy, see if he's actually going to spawn back alive. I'm just going to grab some additional items from these guards, because A, they're not going to need them, and B, they're not going to need them. Yep. So, a slight little upgrade to most of our items. I think the only place we haven't been... Wow. We are still on the Thunderbombs. Good.
Completely done. That's right.
We've come across more of these today than I think we have in any... So a quick little detour jump just to get us back to the pigeon coop. So Algiers, let's have a look. Study the scholars. As you can see, wow, all of our assassins are back. Well, that's 97%, that's going to be virtually an entire... Wow. So that's pretty much Algiers taken back. Let's just have a quick look at Genoa, Scott Banker, Scott Chair, Stop the Templar Conspiracy. Just literally having a quick look to see what missions we have about. So as you can see, getting ready for either the end of this video, depending on how long it takes for us to get back up for this next part in the Sophia mission, because that is the main reason we're here today. Hi, bye. And Ezio is not wanting time. This is one of the reasons why I prefer... I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all Assassin's Creed games in their own way. The stealth part of it for the original Assassin's Creed, the weapons, the fact that you can have double hidden blades in Assassin's Creed 2, so like in the codex pages, and that side of it was absolutely fantastic. With Brotherhood, it's the rebuilding of Rome, which is basically what you see the start of in Assassin's Creed 2. Black Flag, Rogue, it's the use of the ship, it's the hunting of the animals, a bit like Assassin's Creed 3, to help you craft additional items and weapons and armors and things like that.
Even Rashid himself,
but with games like Assassin's Creed Origins, it's the fact that it's in ancient Egypt. I think that was one of the biggest selling points for that particular game. I mean, if they were to make a game where sprint uninterrupted for 300 meters, wow. As I was saying, yeah, if they were to make a game where you were in the settings of somewhere like ancient Egypt, or in the ancient world, where you've got the weapon options that you've got from, or you've got the system where you have to look for things that are going to give you additional weapons, like you do with Assassin's Creed 2, with the stealth components of Assassin's Creed.
Who were these men he condemned to hell?
Political opponents. Men who wronged him. Alighieri's quill cuts deeply, no?
See, it is a subtle way to seek revenge.
Ezio, I plan to make a trip to Andrianople in a few weeks to visit a new printing press there.
That should be fun.
It is a 5 or 6 day ride from here, and I will need an escort.
Prego.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are a busy man.
Sophia, I would love to accompany you, but my time is running short.
That is true for all of us. Well, I can try to solve this last code now, but I need to run an errand before sundown. Can you wait a day?
What do you need?
It is silly, but a bouquet of fresh flowers. White tulips, specifically.
I can get you the flowers. Nessun problema.
Are you sure?
It will be a nice change of pace.
Bene. Meet me in the park east of Hagia Sophia, and we will trade. Flowers for information.
So, a little errand, a run, and basically run an errand for Sophia while she locates the final parallel book. So we are going to very quickly just jump into this. As I was saying, if they were to make a game that had the options of finding something like a codex or something where you can earn additional weapons, new pouches, stuff like that, that would be fantastic. Clothing options like they do in Assassin's Creed Origins would be pretty good as well as some of the fighting skills like we do in Assassin's Creed Origins, and the dodging skill and stuff like that, and the ability to chain that sort of thing like we do in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. If they'd make a game like that, then that's going to look pretty sweet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have all of the Assassin's Creed games, and in my personal opinion, I prefer Black Flag, the piracy aspect of it, above anything else.
What is getting into you?
One more problem from you, and I'd put another notch in my belt.
And that would be a game to have.
You look like a man with money to spend. What do you need, Dostum?
Tulips. White, if you have them.
Ah, tulips. Forgive me, but I am fresh out. Something else, perhaps?
It is not my call, unfortunately.
All right, listen. I may know where to get fresh tulips. You wait here, and I will return. 1 hour, 2 at most.
I am not waiting an hour.
Tell the florist to learn where he gets his flowers. So, where I would normally try and get up as high as possible, I'm going to do exactly the same anyway, but this time use the ladder. It's just a little bit easier and quicker. And by being up here, yes, it does allow us to get a bird's eye view. If he went to the right, he's ended up going left. So you do need to be careful when trying to tell people.
Get down or die!
Shush. So now where is he? He is just there.
What the? Careful!
So, as you can see, you need to reduce the distance. This guy is getting a little bit too far away. As you can see, he is literally just over there.
It will not happen again, Effendi. I swear.
So now we need to pick 3 white tulips. And as you can see, they're just here. Uno. And as you can see, you can't even see them. Especially when you've got the leaves and everything in the way. And the same sequence yet again, from a slightly different angle. And last but not least, tray. And as you can see, again, before we leave, grabbing a little takeaway item. Where is it? There we go. A box and an animus icon. And datura powder. So, as you can see, we now have to head north. This time running alongside the Tokapi Palace. But as you can also see, Masyaf Keys' memoir page is literally right in front of us. So never turn down a gift, as long as we can locate it pretty easily. And I think I realise exactly where this is. So I do apologise, Sophia, it's going to take a few moments longer, but hopefully not too long. No, there we go, it's the opening paper itself. Now according to the indicator, Pasha Ishak's memoir page is a lot lower than where we are currently at the moment. But nonetheless, we have managed to find it. Parachutes? Yes. And as you can see, a very long way down. So, Tulip's got bomb crafting box got, Animus icon got, and last but not least, Masyaf Keys' memoir page. And finally,
what is this?
A gift. Sit.
Sophia.
Che belli, grazie. I wanted to thank you for letting me play a small role in your adventure.
A small role is enough for this adventure, believe me.
You are a mystery, auditore.
Mi dispiace. I do not mean to be.
It is fine. È affascinante.
Sembra squisito.
Why, thank you.
Any luck with the final code?
Ah, the code, see. I solved it many hours ago. You will get it soon enough.
In the arms of the Arsenale. Checkpoint reached. And as you can see, 100% synchronization on this little errand. So we have the final location. And as you can see, it is a wee touch of a run. And I think that's pretty much where we're gonna look to end our video today, because we have actually, this is probably one of the longest ones I've done in a little while. It's an hour and 35 minutes. So as you can see, there hasn't been as much in this particular video compared to some of the others. But I mean, that is mainly because we have been trying to, come on Ezio, do that. That's mainly because we've been trying to complete as much as possible of the Sophia missions themselves, just to show you guys exactly what is going on.
What a fantastic spectacle.
So as we do make our way across what looks like to be the entire city, we do get pretty close.
Like a rabid monkey.
A rabid monkey. As you can see, we are trying to make our way as quickly as possible across the city itself, but it is a huge amount of distance, as you guys can see, to cover. I mean, when this game was initially released, Constantine was the biggest open world map that had ever been created, but was later to be surpassed by things like Black Flag. So as you can see, here we are, the next point of our next video. Well, I'm Kiona2002, we're actually going to end the video right here. As you can see, the item we need is literally just down here before we actually get stalked out by one of their guards. So we'll catch up with you guys in another video very, very soon, hopefully. Take care, have fun, stay safe.